Have you ever watched a movie that just wrecked you? I'm not talking about just sad. I'm talking about a film that gets under your skin, crawls into your brain, and just shatters you. A movie that leaves you staring at the credits, completely broken, but also different. Today, we're looking at 10 of those. 10 devastating films that will not only break your heart, they will absolutely blow your mind. These aren't just movies, they are experiences. Let's get into it. Number 10. Beasts of the Southern Wild, released in 2012. This film is pure, unfiltered poetry. It follows a 6-year-old girl named Hush Puppy, living with her sick father in a forgotten bayou community called the Bathtub. As her father's health fails, a massive storm floods their world, and prehistoric creatures called aurochs are released from the melting ice caps. The devastation here comes from the rawness of it all. You are seeing the world through the eyes of a child trying to make sense of poverty, loss, and the end of her entire world. Her imagination is her only weapon. The film's mind-blowing aspect is its sheer originality. It's this gritty, documentary-style fantasy. It feels like a dream you had during a fever, and that final, wordless scene, it just stays with you. Number 9. Too Late, released in 2015. This one is a hidden gem, and it is bleak. It's a grimy modern noir about a private investigator trying to find a missing woman he has a connection to. The title really says it all. There's this overwhelming sense of regret, of being one step behind, of chances missed. But here's the mind-blowing part. The entire movie is told in 5 continuous, 20-minute-long takes, all shot on 35mm film. It's not a gimmick. It forces you to live in these moments of tension and desperation with no escape. It feels like a stage play from hell, and the non-linear order of the scenes makes you piece together the tragedy yourself. It's a technical marvel that serves a truly heartbreaking story. Number 8. Ad Astra, released in 2019. On the surface, this is a big, beautiful sci-fi epic. Brad Pitt plays an astronaut who travels to the far reaches of our solar system to find his long-lost father. But this is not an action movie. This film is about loneliness. It's one of the most devastating portrayals of internal isolation I've ever seen. Space isn't an adventure. It's a cold, silent void that mirrors the main character's soul. He's a man who has completely cut himself off from all feeling. The mind-blowing part is how the film uses this massive cosmic scale to tell a tiny, internal story about a son just trying to connect with his dad. The visuals are breathtaking, but the emptiness is crushing. Number 7. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, released in 2007. Get ready for this one. It's the true story of Jean-Dominique Bauby, the editor of Elle magazine, who suffers a sudden, massive stroke. He wakes up with a condition called locked-in syndrome. He is completely paralyzed, unable to move or speak. The only thing he can control is his left eyelid. The devastation is obvious. His body is a prison, a diving bell. But his mind, his butterfly, is still completely sharp. The mind-blowing part is the filmmaking itself. The entire first act of the movie is shown from his perspective. You see what he sees. Blurry figures, the inside of hospital rooms, and you hear his internal monologue. You learn with him how to communicate, one blink at a time. It's a film that finds beauty and imagination in the most terrifying trap imaginable. Number 6. A Monster Calls, released in 2016. This film understands grief, especially a child's grief. It's about a young boy named Connor, who is dealing with the terminal illness of his mother. He's bullied at school, his father is distant, and at 12:07 every night, a giant, ancient yew tree monster comes to his window. The monster says it will tell Connor 3 stories, and then Connor must tell the monster a 4th story. His truth. The devastation comes from watching this poor kid navigate the messy parts of grief. The anger, the guilt, the denial. The mind-blowing part is how the film visualizes this. The monster stories are told through stunning, watercolor-style animation. It's a dark, beautiful fairy tale that argues it's okay to have complicated, even bad feelings when you're facing the unthinkable. The ending will break you. Number 5. A Ghost Story, released in 2017. A man and his wife live in a small suburban house. The man dies in a car crash. He wakes up in the morgue and returns to his home as a ghost, draped in a classic white sheet with 2 eye holes cut out. And he just watches. The devastation is in the waiting. He watches his wife grieve. He watches her eat an entire pie in one of the most heartbreaking scenes ever filmed. He watches her, eventually, move on. But he is stuck. The mind-blowing part is what happens next. The film becomes a meditation on time itself. He watches new families move in. He watches his house get torn down. He is unstuck in time, seeing the past and the far, far future. It's an existential masterpiece about love, time, and letting go. Number 4. Mary and Max, released in 2009. Please do not be fooled by the claymation. This is not a kid's film. It's a stop-motion animated movie about a 20-year pen-pal friendship. Mary is a lonely 8-year-old girl in Australia. Max is a severely obese 44-year-old man with Asperger's syndrome in New York City. It's one of the most honest films about mental health I have ever seen. It deals with depression, anxiety, loneliness, agoraphobia, and suicide. The devastation comes from how real these two characters feel, despite being made of clay. The mind-blowing part is the sheer artistry. The world is almost entirely gray, with little pops of color. It's funny, it's quirky, and it's unbelievably sad. It's a beautiful tribute to the connections we make in the margins of life. Number 3. Pig, released in 2021. This movie is a magic trick. The premise sounds like a joke. Nicolas Cage is a reclusive truffle hunter living in the Oregon wilderness. Someone kidnaps his beloved foraging pig. He must return to his past in the culinary underworld of Portland to get her back. You expect John Wick with a pig. You do not get that. What you get is a quiet, profound, and overwhelmingly sad meditation on loss. Cage's character isn't driven by revenge. He's driven by grief. The pig was his last connection to a life he lost. The mind-blowing part is Cage's performance. It's the most gentle, subtle, and powerful work he has done in years. It's a movie that completely subverts your expectations to tell a story about love, art, and the memory of a perfect meal. Number 2. The Fountain, released in 2006. This film is a puzzle. It's ambitious, it's weird, and it is emotionally catastrophic. It tells 3 parallel stories. A 16th century conquistador searching for the tree of life for his queen, a modern-day scientist desperately trying to find a cure for his wife's brain tumor, and a space traveler in the far future, flying in a bubble toward a dying nebula. All 3 roles are played by Hugh Jackman and Rachel Weisz. The devastation is in the central story. Watching this man rage against mortality, unable to accept that he is going to lose the love of his life, is just gut-wrenching. The mind-blowing part is how these 3 stories weave together. It's a visual marvel that asks huge questions about love, death, and rebirth. It's a film you don't just watch. You feel it, and you try to solve it. Number 1. Perfect Blue, released in 1997. And finally, the one that will break your mind more than any other. This is an animated film from the brilliant Satoshi Kon. Mima is a beloved J-pop idol who decides to leave her group to become a serious actress. But her life begins to unravel. An obsessive, dangerous fan is stalking her. She finds an anonymous website called Mima's Room that details her most private thoughts and daily activities. And as she takes on a dark role in a crime drama, she starts to lose her grip on what is real and what is fiction. The devastation is watching a person's entire identity completely dissolve. The film is a terrifying psychological horror. The mind-blowing part, this movie came out in 1997. It predicted the internet age. It's about online identity, parasocial relationships, stalking, and the pressure of a personal brand. It's a masterpiece. It's terrifying, and it will leave you questioning everything. So, there they are. 10 films that prove movies can be more than entertainment. They can be a punch to the gut and a revelation all at once. They're not easy watches, but they are essential. Which of these movies completely destroyed you? And what other films would you put on this list? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read all of them. If you like digging into films that stick with you, be sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching KineLight.